Saquon, you finally obviously got to meet Jonathan Stewart. And what was that meeting like, and what has he shared with you so far?
Oh yeah, Stewart is an awesome dude. Obviously he's a great vet. Over here I'm watching him, trying to learn from him every single day, and all the vets and all the running backs opening up, let me come in with open arms, and it's just been great. They're great leaders, and I look forward to continuing to learn from him throughout my career.
He spoke about how he can also learn from you guys. What do you think you can teach him?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would say the best thing that, like, for me personally, I can continue coming here and just work every single day. And obviously, he's a great vet and a great leader and a great worker. But if I could continue to work and push myself every day, it's gonna push him every single day, and it's gonna push the running back room and make the running back room as a whole better.
I have a question, Brett. Combine training, did you peak speed training wise in order to prepare for the 40? And if that's the case, then how do you maintain that top level speed so you stay right at that 4.4, that high 4.3?
Yeah, so I mean, like, when you train for the combine, it's different for training for, like, obviously, like, on the football field. The combine's so, like, technical and so specific down to the little things. You got guys that realistically in the football field who are way faster than what they run at the combine because the techniques, like the start, the strides, and all that. So obviously you train, and the reason why I was training for the combine, obviously I was for the combine, but the way I view the speed is to just work on my speed, but that don't really necessarily translate to the football field because obviously you got a ball in your hand, you got weight, you got pads on your shoulder and stuff like that. So continue to just work out with your working on your form, the little things, opening it up and open up your stride length, and it does kind of translate to the football field. But the way you get faster on the football field is by the stuff you do in the weight room. Obviously you got to work on your running form, but you got to continue to get your legs stronger and work on your explosive.
Didn't take you long to find the end zone in the team drills there. I know it's just practice. Did that mean something to you?
Nah, not really. I mean, I didn't even realize I scored. I guess that's kind of cool now I think about it. But it was a play. I ran a play, got open. Eli found me. We were able to score. Good practice. Started off really early. And, just got to continue to learn from things in that situation. Obviously, it was a good play, but go back and look how it could have been a negative play and improve every single day.
What's it like to work with Eli? What's that process?
It's been amazing. Obviously, he's a great guy. He's a great quarterback, but he's so knowledgeable about the game. He knows every single, like, where you're supposed to be, like where everyone's supposed to be. Literally, like, he can, like, look this way, and if this guy ran a wrong route, he knows that guy already ran a wrong route. So I continue to just learn from him every single day and ask a lot of questions. I think I'm probably annoying to him a little bit, but I continue to ask him a lot of questions, and I just want to try to expand on my knowledge of the game because that's gonna make me a better player. And if I can continue to grow as a better player, then I continue to help the team.
How are you balancing politics?
Yeah, it actually kind of sucks a little bit because that came off wrong at first. But it kind of sucks because I'm not with my daughter as much as I would love to be because of obviously training camp, rookie mini camp, OTAs, and then I had to go to LA for the rookie premiere. So, but I get to see her this weekend, so that's gonna be great to be able to hold her again.
Excellent.
Yeah, it came off wrong. It came off wrong in the beginning.
Don't worry.
Is route running the number one thing you're working on?
Yeah, that's really I'm working on a lot of things, but right now route running, I feel like there's a lot of when you look at the great backs in the NFL right now, and you look at the Zekes and the Le'Veons and the Alvin Kamara's and all those guys, one thing that stands out to you. They all can run the ball, obviously, but the reason why they separate themselves from the rest of the pack because they can catch the ball at the backfield, and they can do it on a consistent every single down. So I want to try to get myself into that level first. Obviously, I have to handle what I got to handle here and focus on the playbook and getting better every single day. But as that continue working my route running because if you have a running back that's able to run routes and a threat out the backfield, that's just another thing you have to cover. So right now, definitely when I'm doing one-on-ones, the ones I win, the ones I lose, or even if it's 7-on-7, work on the little things. Work on if it's zone, know where you got to sit, if it's man coming back to the ball, just to be another resource for Eli to throw the ball down. And as a running back, we're well known for running the ball, and you can catch the ball at the backfield, maybe take it from a 25-yard to a 6-yard touchdown.
Did you think about catching the ball or is it so natural that you don't have to really think about it?
I mean, you really don't think about it. I think actually when you start to think about it is when you actually drop the ball. You just so it's with repetition and catching the ball every single day and just looking, use your eyes kind of just come naturally. But sometimes when you actually think about the ball, like I like think about like in college, there was one play against Michigan, I ran like a wheel, and I actually was like thinking about it. I was overthinking. I saw the safety coming. I was thinking about trying to beat him, like what I was gonna do before. Took my eyes off and I dropped it. So obviously you have to continue to work on that, and it's like a repetition thing. It's kind of just not only with catching the ball, with running the ball. When you overthink, sometimes bad things happen.
Is that something that's always come naturally to you, or was there a point where that was probably a great skill?
Catching the ball. I mean, like, yeah, kind of always came naturally to me. Actually, in high school, I didn't catch the ball that much when I was like my earlier part of high school, like my freshman, sophomore year. So then when I got to like my junior year, my high school coach like challenged me to involve in that game, and I started doing 7-on-7s. And if you're a running back on 7-on-7 in the high school level, you really don't do much. So like, I kind of hated that, and I wanted to be a part of it. So they started doing things for me in the slot, lining me up wide, and all that kind of came together.
When you're working on route running, do you talk to the receivers like Odell and?
Yeah, definitely Odell. I used to talk to him when I used to train with him actually, and like how you do this, how you set that up. He used to just tell me. Obviously, it's different routes from him being out wide and me being in the backfield and maybe hopefully sometimes line of slot. But it's different. But you can apply that to your route running. You can apply it to how you set it up, to how you break it down, how you use your eyes, how you catch the ball. So definitely talk to Odell and obviously talk to the vets in the running back room, the Wayne Gilmans of the world and the Jonathan Stewarts of the world, because they've been running routes for a long time in the NFL. Well, more Stewart than Wayne, but just continue to watch them and how they set it up.
When you talked about how they used to move you around in the slot and out wide a little bit at Penn State, is that something you feel comfortable with doing at this level and you want to work on, doing
yeah,
here?
Definitely. I definitely feel comfortable with catching the ball at the backfield and line up in slot. Obviously, it's very, very early in the offense, and I'm just continuing to learn it. But for me to line up in the slot, I have to show the coaches that I can catch the ball at the backfield first. So I do feel comfortable with doing that, but I have to make sure the coaches feel comfortable with me. So that's every single day, come out here and every single rep and work on my route running, whether it's in the slot or whether it's in the backfield. And if it's in the backfield, working on all the little things.